Yes, just like the actor.
One of the things I wanted to show first is this little drill that I learned some years back that will really impart why it is that we want to employ cross-face pressure the entire time we're trying to maintain a dominant top position. So we have here Mr. Welterweight Adam Fugit. What are you walking around at right about now?
Oh, probably about 190.
Okay, about 190. So he's a big beefy boy. I'd say I'm walking around at about 135, 140 or so. I fight at flyweight. So the point being, he's a lot bigger than I am, so I shouldn't be able to just move him around if he doesn't want to let me. So, for this demonstration, what I would like for him to do is put his hands out to the side like so, and all I'm going to do is just have him just resist my movement as I try to press down like so. Okay? So, I'd have to exert quite a bit of pressure to even try to start getting some movement going. Now, alternatively, let's say all we do is just bring his head from his chin over his shoulder like so, and we're not going to change anything else about his stance. The same amount of resistance, all of a sudden it's so much easier for me to be able to press it down. The reason being, of course, your body just naturally is supposed to be aligned straight. That's why when you see lifting movements, they tell you not to roll with the back. We all cattywampus like this. They want you nice and tight like so. If we're trying to exert our force and get our game plan going, we're going to purposely cross-face our opponent like so. So as you saw, again, my flyweight body and flyweight frame able to keep his welterweight frame down a whole lot easier the second time rather than the first. So what was the difference? The difference was I was keeping his skeletal system misaligned so that he was weak physically. So even though he was a lot bigger than me, I was able to identify that I was in danger, keep him controlled in the meantime, and then get a plan set as to what I wanted to do in order to counter that. So the old school 90s UFC 1 style mount was just here, knees out to the side, you could punch and you could control. And I'm not saying that's wrong, it's just older school style of doing things. Newer school, what you can do is just pinch your ankles in together like so, bring your knees in tight like this, so even if he tries to bridge and bump me off, we're moving all as one solid unit, so it makes it a lot harder to create that space. Alternatively, what you can do is engage in with the hips, which is what I like to do personally. And you can use your grapevine in like this, or you can cross your ankles in BJ Penn style mat like so. What I want to stress in this position here is rather than having my hips out loose like so, I'm engaging in directly, and he should be able to feel my cup in his torso. And I can actually hear a movement when I do this correctly. Movement. Not sure if you can pick that up on the audio or not. In the air, just so you can see it, rather than being here with my hips back like so, I'm going to engage in heavy with the hips like this. This is going to maintain all of the same pros of the positions that I showed you before. So we're engaging in close, we're staying connected with them, so we're moving all as one unit, and we're preventing them from being able to get my legs uncrossed. So we'll do the same movement. I just wanted to show it to you from a different angle. So from here, again, if he's freaking out, I just keep everything loose with the old school 90s style mat. Go ahead. It's real easy for him to start to create space to escape out. But if I start to pinch in, control, or engage in heavy with my hips, like I like to do, like so, and I can just float like so and try to freak out here. Okay? I call it the Superman position here, because as you can see, I'm flying through the air. Now that we focus on getting the bottom portion of the body on point, now I want to focus on the top portion. So as you can see from here, there's a lot of space in between us, which is good in an MMA context, but not good in a jiu-jitsu context. So in order to combat that, I'm going to go chest to chest with no daylight in between us, like so. And what I like to do is pick a side, swim my arm through, like so, and then I roll with my shoulder over like so, like this. Okay, I'm applying some slight pressure here, but just for the purposes of being nice to my training partner, I'm going to ease up like so. And I'm going to close up the rest of the space here. And from here, what I like to do is control and fight and pretend like I'm going to start to attack this Americana, or come up and start to go for mounted triangle or various other things. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want him to focus up here, so that what I'm actually trying to do, which is go for a gift wrap or some other position, it'll be masked. So as he comes to go through to defend, you can transition here, pinch, and control this nice down at top position. You may find, just troubleshooting this position live, that you get in a position where you get a very shallow bite on the shoulder here. So rather than getting it nice and deep and tight like this, you're going to be up like this, which is effective, but not nearly as effective as it could be. So in order to combat this, what I'm going to do is just slightly roll at first, and then reset and roll again. That way I can get that rebite exactly where I want him to be, and keep him pressed out like so. For my free arm, I'm going to keep this out to the side, old school Gracie Jiu-Jitsu style. So if he tries to grab this arm to bridge me, I'm just going to rotate through, fingertips to the armpit, and reset. Armpits to the armpit.
So, with all that said, my name is Ron Williams. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the mats.
So, should I call the police or do you want?